Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are here to do a little declutter. I do have just a box full of makeup that I'm going to exit out of my collection. I don't typically do like huge declutters. If you're looking for like full collection going through each category, that's not what this video is. There were just a few items in my collection that I knew I wanted to pass along, and I thought that I would film that for you. I also do have clips of me like pulling out the items in my makeup. So we're gonna go ahead and start with those clips, and then I will go and talk in detail about the items that I'm getting rid of and why I'm getting rid of them. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup. So if you like to chat about makeup too, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of the K-Bella fam. Why don't we go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, so you got to see me kind of like picking through my collection and pulling out items that I am no longer going to keep, and I have them just in this Lunar Beauty box right here. I'm gonna go through and just kind of share with you what I'm getting rid of and why I'm getting rid of it. And it's in no particular order. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab. First up is this highlighter right here. This is the Nabla highlighter in the shade Ozone. Now here's the thing. I'm trying to keep my collection to products that I love, but also that I can get use out of. And I'm thinking I want to do another type of video too, where I go through and pull out items that I haven't used in a while and kind of decide, do I want to keep them in my collection or is it time for them to go? And I'm telling you all of this because I don't think Nabla is a bad highlighter. I don't think Ozone is a bad highlighter, but I just don't find myself reaching for it. I don't love it. It's not quite as punchy as I want it to be. And although I don't think it's bad, it's just not one that I reach for. I have to kind of tell myself, reach for it, Kelly. You have to use it. You need to use it. And so I feel like I can just pass it along to one of my girlfriends, and I think that she will get more use out of it than I will. Another product that I went back and forth with. I went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It is this Disney House of Sillage. It is this face palette right here with the blush and the highlighter. Now, Disney House of Sillage, I did spend some money on this, and you're supposed to be able to pop the blushes out, I think, and just keep this cute little compact. So here's the thing. The highlighter was too dark for me. I did like the blush, but I find that I'm never reaching for it. I'm never going in and grabbing this blush. Although I do love this color, I feel like it would go well with my eye look right here on this side. I'm just not reaching for it. And I do have a girlfriend. I actually have two girlfriends. They're sisters who are very into Disney. They go to Disney with their family all of the time. My partner teacher, I actually gave her the lipstick to this collection. So I think I'm going to offer her sister this palette right here and see if she wants it. There is a nice mirror in it. And I feel like she would get more use out of it because my girlfriends do like makeup, but they're not into it as much as I am. And I feel like my friend Sarah would really get use out of this one. So I'm going to offer that one to her. I also have a couple items that I want to give to specific homes. One being this one right here. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Oyster Pearl. So I have been trying to love products like this. One and done shadows where you just dip into it, put it on the lid. I thought I have two young kids. I don't have time to do my eye makeup. This will be quick and easy for work. That's not the case. I have found that I do not like products like this. I know Smags wanted to try Oyster Pearl, so I'm going to see if she wants this. The other product that I'm going to offer to Smags, I don't know if she has it already. It's this one right here. It is the Fair to Medium Hollywood Contour Stick. I heard so many people talking about this. I got it. I tried it. It worked well enough, but again, I'm not really into cream products and I'm not reaching for this. So I'm going to see if Smags wants that one as well. What else do I have? I think everything else. Normally I just give these items to my girlfriends and let them pick through them, but there's a couple that probably need to go in the trash, sadly enough. One is this one right here. It's the Becca Cosmetics. This is Prosecco Pop times Amaretto. It's the Shimmering Skin Perfector. This was the collab with Jaclyn Hill. Now I could not use Prosecco Pop. It was too deep for me, but I really liked Amaretto. Again, I feel like I have these shades in my collection already, and I just, you know, this is on the older end, definitely on the older end, and I just don't reach for it anymore. I don't feel like there's a need to keep it. I am keeping Champagne Pop. You know, there are some makeup items where it's like, oh, you know, I kind of want to keep them like for memory's sake, for mementos, and I just don't feel like I need to keep this one for memory's sake. I think it's fine if I go ahead and pass it along. Two items that actually sparked my wanting to declutter and the other video that I'm thinking of doing, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to declutter both of these. It's my Vive blushes. I do not think these are bad. Okay, don't get me wrong. I do not think these are bad. I just never reach for them. And there are blushes that I like more, blushes that I reach for more. So I feel like if I can pass these on, I would love to. I'm going to offer them to Smags first. This one right here is in Pesca. This one right here is in Piazza. What I would typically do is take Piazza and put it on the higher points of my cheeks, and then take Pesca and put it on like the apples of my cheeks, but I just don't reach for them very often, and I have other blushes that I reach for more, and I have not used these since Quentin has been born. So I think that goes to show that they need to go to a new home. I don't think they're bad. I think they're great quality. Again, I'm going to offer them to Smegs. If she doesn't want them, I will let the other girls pick through them, but these are going to be exited out of my collection as well. Sadly, speaking of Smegs, she did get this for me many, many moons ago. This is the Ambient Lighting Blush Palette. Gosh, I can't even remember how old this is. 2016, 2017, 2018, way before I had kids. I really, really loved this blush right here, but it's just not performing the same anymore. I have tried to use it. I think they have expired, sadly. I would be interested in this one, which I think is Mood Exposure again, if I could get it in a little mini, but I haven't reached for this for a while, so I think it is time for that to go as well. One that I will offer to my girlfriends is this Urban Decay She-Hulk. My friend Heather actually had 2 of these, so she asked me if I wanted to try this, and she sent it over to me, but I just don't think that there's room for this in my collection. I actually haven't even touched it. I could technically save this for a giveaway, so if none of my girlfriends want this, maybe I will save it for a giveaway, but it's untouched. So I'm gonna go ahead and rehome that because I just don't see myself using that anytime soon. This one, interesting enough, I went on the hunt for a palette that is no longer available. I can't even get it out. It's the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions. It's in this plastic case here. Let me get it out of the plastic case. That plastic case needs to go in the trash. Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions. Wanted this, never purchased it, regretted it. Found this on either Poshmark or Mercari, and I just never used it. I picked it up, I never used it. I think it's legit. It looks like there's some black shadow here that has kind of gone all over, but I just never used this, and I don't see myself using it. I have other palettes in my collection that I would rather use, so even though I went on the hunt for this, and sadly it's gone to waste, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that and see if one of my girlfriends wants it. Now I have black all over me from that, so that's nice. Okay, a couple more things that I'm going to declutter. I'm just going to throw this away because it's an eyeliner. It's the Charlotte Tilbury dual-ended. It's the Exaggerize. The matte black I feel like is fine. I never use this metallic shade, but because it's an eyeliner, I don't want to give it to somebody. I'm just going to go ahead and pitch it. I am going to get rid of this Melt lipstick. I think it's actually beautiful. I think the color is beautiful. I think the shade is beautiful. I think the design is beautiful, but it's a little bit drying on the lips. So I'm going to go ahead and see if one of my girlfriends wants that instead. I also have 2 other lip colors that I'm getting rid of. This is Dose of Color Truffle. I had a mini of Dose of Color Truffle, and I thought it was more of a pinky shade. Then I picked this one up. I repurchased it, and it was more of a nude shade. So I don't love the shade, and I'm not using it anymore. I'm also going to go ahead and get rid of this Unearthly Lurk. I did pick up, I think it was Autumn, Lurk, and one other one, and I'm just not reaching for it, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Lurk. I'm keeping one of the other shades that I have. I am going to get rid of this Sigma Beauty Renew Lip Oil. This is in Tranquil. I actually have a more nude one that I like instead, and I'm not huge into lip oils, so I think Smegs would maybe like to try that one out. I am going to get rid of my Juvia's Place. This is in the shade 2020. My friend Emily did send over a nude one. I'm going to try the nude one. This is more of a mauve shade. I did like this. I used it. I just haven't reached for it since, so we are going to go ahead and declutter that one. I also have this ColourPop Pretty Fresh Lip Cream in the Rachel. I thought that this was going to be a different shade than it actually is, and I'm not in love with the shade, so I'm going to see if one of my girlfriends wants that. This is expensive. I'm getting rid of my Lisa Eldridge Lisa Eldridge Velvet Muse lipstick. I love the formula. It definitely is matte, but velvet feeling, but this shade is very deep, so I don't find that I reach for it. I would love to see my partner teacher, my friend Kelly, how this looks on her, because shades that are too deep for me actually don't end up looking that deep on her. I do have a couple ColourPop products that I got from the Creators and Friends trip. We were able to pick some ColourPop goodies. I picked several. These ones I don't think I'm going to use. So I'm going to see if any of my girlfriends want them. This is BFF3, this is Cookie, and then this one is Cami. So I will offer that to my girlfriends. I'm also going to offer them the Urban Decay. This is in the shade Back Talk. Definitely a Kelly shade, but I reach for other lipsticks over that one, so I don't feel the need to hang on to it. And then sadly, two foundations that need to go in the trash. These two right here. So this one is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation in the shade 3 Neutral. It definitely has some weird stuff going on back here. It's a 1.5 years old, has a 12-month shelf life, and I just don't love this foundation. I found that I liked others more, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of that one. This one I didn't want to get rid of, but I think it went bad. It says 12 months, but it was definitely less than 12 months when it started smelling. This is the Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. I would love to purchase this again. If I see it, I did get this with the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So if it's in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I would definitely repurchase this in the shade 30 Light, but it started smelling bad. So definitely time to go when that happens. Okay, so that is everything that I'm getting rid of, a mixture of things that need to go in the trash and things that I'm going to offer to my girlfriends. If you like declutters like this that aren't like full-on huge, like all of my collection, definitely stay tuned, because I like to do declutters like that where I just kind of go through and pick things here and there that I'm getting rid of. And I find that I do that often in my collection, trying to like go through it. And so then I don't have huge declutters, but I am decluttering makeup here and there. So if you like this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Definitely make sure you're subscribed before you go. That way I can see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.